Kevin and I are starting off the week with a Bessie's Revenge Screaming Sicilian pizza. And this was not on sale. It was like, I think it was like $9 at Kroger. But now Kevin did have like $1 off coupon on his phone. But we still paid like $8 for it, I think. But I've always said I would rather spend the money on a good quality pizza than, you know, get a cheap pizza and have a cheap, you know, have it taste cheap. This is worth the money. I would rather have this than like go out to eat. Also, I ended last week's video talking about the Hillshire Farm summer sausage, how it's not in our area, and I had sent the company an email and they said, basically, thank you for your interest in the product. We are still making this product. However, I've looked it up and nope, it's not available in your area. So they said sometimes you can talk to a manager and get them to special order it for you. But Kevin said something and I thought it made a lot of sense. That had to be a corporate decision. That had to have been a decision on Hillshire Farm's part. Because why would Kroger and Walmart and Meijer all of a sudden decide, oh, this year we're not going to sell our summer sausage in your stores? They wouldn't, all three of those stores would not have made that decision. So it had to have been a decision on Hillshire Farm's part. I just don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. So anyway, we will just have to buy another brand, I guess. What other brand was there?
Bridgestone or something like that. Meijer had tons of it.
Okay, so we'll just have to try another brand, and hopefully it's as good. Hopefully we like it. Well, I have you sitting on top of a Kleenex box, so I hope this works. I want to just tell you briefly about this new to me eyebrow stuff. Ashley bought this. I think she bought it, I don't know if she bought it at Sephora or Ulta. I want to say she bought it at Ulta, but I could be wrong. It is a Benefit, and I think the little tin is absolutely adorable because you could keep anything in it. But she said, yeah, it's so cute, but what am I going to do with it? I said, you know, it makes you happy to look at it. Just set it on a shelf behind you at your desk. You know, it's just really cute. So inside, and this is what you get. You get the roller lash, and then you get this stuff, whatever that is, Hula, which I know she's been using for years. But then you get this stuff, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It is called Gimme Brow Plus, and you got the full-size roller lash, the full-size Hula, but then this is only a mini. So I'm assuming it's normally twice the size of this. So it looks like this. And she said, will you use this? Because Ashley already has dark eyebrows. She has very pretty eyebrows, and she doesn't do a lot to them, which I think is great. Because there's a variety of eyebrows out there these days, and I frankly appreciate a natural looking brow. You don't see, you know, there's just some that don't look natural at all. So I appreciate that natural look. So I was using, and she got me started using this, because if you go back to my early videos, I even said on one of my videos, I don't color my eyebrows. I'm not going to color my eyebrows. But then I had people comment saying, you know, you would look really good if you did something to your eyebrows, because your eyebrows frame your face, and they just, they add a lot to your face. And so between the comments and Ashley, and honestly it was Ashley, she said you would look so much better if you would do this. That's why I started doing it. So she got me started using this e.l.f. And this is the e.l.f. eye kit, and this is what it looks like. Of course, mine's been used. I'm putting my hand over the mirror, but one side makes your brow, gives it the color, and then the other one is like a powder. And honestly, I had noticed that the color wasn't the right color, and Ashley even said, you bought the wrong color. And so I use this brush. She gave me this brush. So I use this to put it on my eyebrow. But then she gave me this spoolie, which I love. And so it looks dark at first, but then I go over it with the spoolie to lighten it out. And I've always been happy with it until I bought the wrong color. But then she brought this home like a week ago, and she said, will you use this? And I said, well, what is it? And she said, you put it on, she said you lay it flat and you put it on your eyebrow. And so I'm going to show you how it looks. Let me hold it up. So this is how it looks, and this is the mini. So I don't know if the brush in the regular one is going to be this small too. I'm assuming it's going to be a little plumper. I'm not sure. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to buy the full size of this when I can. I'm assuming that they sell it at Ulta, but I love this stuff. And I think my eyebrows, I think they look so much more natural using this than they do that e.l.f. I still use the spoolie. So if it's a little darker in patches or something like that, I still use the spoolie to even it out. And I do, if you're wondering, I'm still using the Anastasia, this is the clear brow gel just to keep it in place. But I'm really impressed with this stuff. So I don't know how much it costs or if you all have heard of it before. I think if you have dark eyebrows already like Ashley, this is not going to do anything for you. But my eyebrows are so light that you can't even see them. So I just think they look very, very natural, and I'm happy with it. So Ashley was at Target today, and I called her, and she said, she called me, and she said, do you need anything? And I said, would you pick me up some of that Benefit Gimme Brow Plus that you gave to me because I really like it? And she said, oh, you can't get that at Target. She said, you have to get that at Ulta. She called it something like meaning it wasn't your ordinary drugstore stuff. It was like more expensive. She said, but I tell you what, she said, Maybelline makes some stuff, and she said, I will get it for you, and you can try it out and see if you like it. She said it's a lot cheaper, and you might as well try it before you spend all the money on the Benefit. So, she came home with this. It is Maybelline. It is the Tattoo Studio. And I'm going to try to show this to you. Hold on. Let me try to set my camera up. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this light really well. So this is the Benefit stuff. And I'm going to try to show you how it looks. So this is the Benefit, and it has an actual brush. Like you can see, you brush that on. Okay, so that stuff is really, really nice. I like that a lot. So immediately when she pulled this out, I knew it was not going to be good. Not because it's shaped different, which it is completely different. So here's the differences. This was I'm looking at the receipt. It was $9.99 is how much this was. And I was totally willing to let her try it on me. And so this is how it looks, and this is why I knew it was not going to be good. Because you take it out, and do you see this brush? It's like, it looks like a paintbrush. It looks like a fuzzy, it looks like a caterpillar, let's be honest. A brown caterpillar. That is what that looks like. That looks like something that if I want to paint eyebrows on, you can paint them on like with a sponge roller or something. That is not going to give anyone natural eyebrows. No, it's just not going to happen. So she tried it, and as skilled as she is, I'm telling you, it's not working. So we kept the receipt. We're going to take it back. And like she said, you know, at least try something cheaper first. And that way you'll know if it works or not. If it doesn't, we'll take it back to the store, get the money back. So for me, this is not worth $10. I'm going to take it back. Even if this stuff costs $30, well then at least it's worth the $30 because this is not worth $10. But I wanted to show you, in case you've never seen that before, what it looked like, because to me, because it doesn't have the right brush, it's never going to be natural looking. Kevin got his oil changed recently in his car, and we were just talking about how they always check. You took it to Maybelline, right? And they always check your air filter, and so they'll tell you whether you need a new air filter or not. And it used to be cheaper just to go to Walmart and pick it up yourself, but now it's cheaper it's cheap.
At least the same.
Yeah, to have them do it. So they have it right there, and they can change it out. They can show you the old one. You know, they're very honest. And so, but we were talking about how they changed his cabin air filter, and you tell them where it was.
It's behind, in this car, it's behind the glove compartment. So they like literally open the glove compartment and then push a button on the side, and it comes down, and then it's a filter in the back. They just pulled it out.
A number's called me from Strawn, Texas. Now, do you think I know anybody I didn't even know there was a Strawn, Texas. So I don't pick up any of those. And then I block them later.
Yeah.
I used to not block them. I've gotten to the point now where I block them. So it's like, don't.
Of course, they have so many numbers.
I know that
you can't block them all.
I know. But anyway, I told Kevin, I said, I've never ever had a car and taken it to get the oil changed to where they've said, oh, let me check the cabin air filter. And I said, do all cars have a cabin air filter? And Kevin said, probably all new cars.
I would think newer cars would. I don't know.
But I guess older cars don't. I don't know. That's something, if you all know cars, you can tell us.
Yeah.
Because
well, he said that a lot of times they forget to check. So they might have them and they don't check them.
But see, that doesn't even make sense, because they're very meticulous about their checklist at Maybelline. Yeah. They're really good at going through this. So it seems like if you check the cabin air filters on there, unless they're just telling them, oh, you don't check that, just cross that off. It seems like they would always check that. I can't imagine them not checking it when it's on that list. So
you still got to be careful when you're there, even though they are pretty careful about checking things. Because the reason I went to get my oil, because I needed it done, but I also needed air in my tire, and instead of me going to some speedway or whatever and paying to get air in my tire, I just take it to Maybelline and get
doing it himself.
Yeah, I just go take it to them, and once you get an oil change for the next couple months, they'll put air in your tire for free anyway. So
they'll check them and everything.
And it's been a while since I got an oil change. But anyway, I never saw them go around and do it, and they were wrapping up, and I said, did you guys ever check the tire pressure? Because I know I have a couple of them low. And he said, yeah, I'm pretty sure they did that. And so he went on, like yeah, they did that. And then he started thinking about it, I think. And it's like, I think he started thinking, the guy's sitting right there. He can tell if they're checking the air pressure.
Yeah.
If he's asking, it must be a reason.
Right.
So he asked the other two people working there, did you guys check the air pressure? And they said, no. And then he was like, you guys got to let me know if you're not doing this, because I need to, be able to make sure it gets done.
Right.
So anyway, he got aggravated because he basically told me they did do it.
Right.
And so he kind of got caught, not necessarily lying, but caught in I wasn't sure, but I'm going to tell you we did.
Right, yeah. And if they're not sure, they should just do it again.
Yeah, just check, or at least ask, because if you know you didn't do it,
yeah, because that's the whole reason you went in.
Yeah, so anyway, you still got to be careful.
They were really low. What were they supposed to be, and what were they?
Mine were supposed to be 35, and they were like 22.
Oh, wow, 35 and 22?
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, that's awful.
Yeah, they were a little squishy.
Kevin commutes every day. I got my first Christmas present today. This is from Andrew and Christina, and it is from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And the reason they gave it to me is because Andrew said, we're thinking about giving you one of your presents today. He said, if we give it to you today, he said it's something seasonal. He said, so if we give it to you today, it's something you can put out and you can enjoy it. Whereas if we give it to you on Christmas, you'll have to put it up and wait until next year. So I said, go ahead and give it to me, whatever it is now. And so they went ahead and gave it to me. And it's really nice. These are at Hobby Lobby. They're a Hobby Lobby exclusive. They have all kinds of Grinch things, and I've seen them there, but I hadn't bought any for myself. I don't have any Grinch decorations, and so I'm actually really glad they gave this to me. So now I need to find a place for it.
I just finished this model that Malcolm sent to me, and this one is the 3D model of the Royal Carriage. It turned out pretty neat. It's very gold and shiny and sparkly. The problem with this model, I don't know if it's because of the gold or I don't know, this particular brand or whatever, but I had to, the metal was very stiff. It wasn't very pliable. So I ended up having to keep super glue around just to glue the parts. So I would break a tab off and then have to glue it with super glue. So it worked out fine. It's holding together fine, but I did break more on this one than I have ever broke on any other model out there. So like I said, it may be the gold and it's stiffer, or I don't know, but it's pretty cool looking.
Ashley uses these face wipes, these moistened towelettes to remove her makeup, and she normally uses this Garnier Skin Active, and these are purifying oil-free towelettes. It says new look with charcoal, removes makeup, clears oil. So she could not find these. And so she bought these Pacifica, which Pacifica is a good brand, and she likes their perfumes and the rollerball perfumes and stuff like this. So she thought she would really like this, and she cannot stand the smell of these. She even had Kevin and I smell them. Now, Kevin and I didn't think they smelled too bad, but I can understand I would get tired of that smell all the time if I were to use that. So we actually... we went to Walmart and Target and we looked for the Garnier, and they did not have any. Could not find any. And we looked at 2 Walmarts. We looked at the Walmart in our town, and we looked at the Walmart in Lexington, the bigger Walmart, and nobody had these. And I'm wondering if they didn't have them in because it's a new look, and maybe they got rid of all the old ones and they just haven't put these out on the shelf yet. But we ended up having to order them from Amazon just to get them for her because she cannot stand these. So these say they're vegan and cruelty free, so if that interests you, then you might want to try these. But like I said, even I would get tired of that scent that those are. I don't know how these smell because I don't use the towelettes to take my eye makeup off. I have some cream that I use and a washcloth, and I get every single bit of makeup off of my eyes. We have a couple of special things that we're going to be doing for Thanksgiving. We are going to play some games, and I am going to show you the games, but then I'm also going to put a link to them. If you go to my blog, which is tammydunn.net, you will be able to print these games out yourself if you want to use them. Now, one of the games does involve pictures. I don't own the rights to the pictures. I just found them on the internet, but I will I'll put a link like games to print or something like that on my blog, and that way anytime I for Thanksgivings to come, when I add more games, I will just add them under that tab, and then I'll let you know on the blog, hey, I've added more games or whatever. But I'm going to show them to you so that you can see if it might be interested in something you want to print out. But one of the games, before I show you those, one of the games that we're going to play is called Pass the Present. Now, typically you would buy a present and you would wrap it up, probably, I don't know, you might wrap it with 10 or 15 layers of paper, and I might use 10 layers of paper, but this game is kind of a setup. This game is a setup for the kids. We have bought one present for Amelia and one present for Gavin. So what we will do is we will play Christmas music. We could do it on our phone, and we could have Pandora pulled up, you know, and when the music stops, then that person gets to take off one layer of paper. So because the kids are little and we are afraid, I'm gonna move, get more comfortable. Because the kids are young and we're afraid they'll pull off more than one layer at a time or pull them all off at one time, we will probably make sure that the music stops on an adult And then when we get to that last layer of paper, we will make sure that Amelia's gift stops on Amelia and that Gavin's gift stops on Gavin. And this is just a way to let them feel involved in a game, because there's not a lot of games that they can play at their age. They're young. And so this is a way that they can feel involved and like they're doing something, and it gets the whole family excited, and you're listening to music, and even though you know they're going to win, they don't know they're going to win, and so it's exciting for them. So we picked out, you could pick out something from the Dollar Tree. You don't have to go crazy. Kevin and I were at Walmart, so ours were $10 a piece, and this is just what we picked. This is a Shopkins Little Secrets set, and they had like 4 different ones to choose from, and I'm really bad because when I buy one of something, I want to buy them all, and so I wanted them all, but I was good because I thought, no, I can't spend $40 on Amelia and not spend $40 on Gavin. So these are the 4 that they had to choose from. You can see. And I thought this one was cute because it looks like little gumballs or something. So that's the one that I chose. You probably can't see it very well. But each one of these little sets, they're $10, and you get a character. I'm sorry, that's blurry. There we go. You get a character with each one, and it says something about unbox and find my keys. And so anyway, I think Amelia will like that. And then Gavin, we had to find, this was actually $2 more. Hers was right at $10, and this was $12. But the Lego sets that they had for the same price, I don't think he would have wanted them. And I do think he'll like these, and I think he'll like those red men. This is a Star Wars Elite Praetorian Guard Battle Pack. I don't know if I said that, Praetorian. I don't know if I said that right or not. But so those are the prizes that they'll win for Pass the Present. We did not buy any other prizes. My mom used to buy prizes. She would give out like Christmas hand towels, or a cheaper candle, or maybe I don't know, she might have like a manicure set, or she would have something specific to a man, like you can go in Kohl's and they have like little sets for men. She would have stuff like that. And I decided not to do that for one reason or another. I just decided not to, and it's okay because they are getting a lot for Christmas. Christina and Andrew and Ashley, they're all getting a lot for Christmas, so I don't feel bad. So, but Gavin and Amelia will get those. Gavin and Amelia are actually going to get 3 things on Thanksgiving. So they're going to get those prizes for Pass the Present. And that's one game, and you can do that. Anybody can do that. And you could do that with a room full of adults. If you bought a Christmas ornament, then you could wrap it up, and whoever the person who's in charge of the music, they turn their back and then they stop the music so they can't see who has it. Anybody can play that. But then we are also going to give them something that they cannot open until December 1st, and that is an advent calendar. We bought each one of them an advent calendar. We bought this one for Amelia. This is the Lego Friends, and it opens like this. I want to make sure I'm showing it to you. And Amelia is at the age now where she's really into Legos, and Gavin is always happy when she gets Legos because he's like, so then she won't bother mine. So she'll stay away from his. So that is Amelia's advent calendar, and that starts December 1st. And then for Gavin, we ordered this early on. Now I have since seen this available. I've seen it at Box Lunch in the mall. I've seen it at Target, but we ordered it early to make sure that we got it. We didn't know how readily available they would be. And what it is, it's the Funko. It is Marvel. It's 80 years of marble, and it's 24 pieces vinyl collectibles. And I do believe that this is the first year that this has been out. And so this slides like this. And then this is actually the front of the box. It's really cool. And then it opens like this. And it has comics on both sides, and it has the days. And I think Gavin will probably end up keeping this box. I don't know that for certain. But I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna tell him, you could keep that box and put your other, you could put Lego pieces or anything in there. But there are 24 of those Funko Marvel characters, and I thought that was absolutely awesome. I think he's going to be over the moon about that, and I think Amelia will like hers too. But we picked out Gavin's first, and then it's like, okay, we need to get Amelia one that's pretty cool too. Oh, so make sure you get it all back in there. So I will wrap those up and then tell them, joke's on you because you can't open it until the 1st of December, which it's a good thing for them that Thanksgiving is late this year. That way they don't have to wait but a few days. I'm gonna go, before I show you these games, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the big gift that we're giving them for Thanksgiving. So if you watch my vlogs, then you will already know they're getting these. This is a radio flyer. This is, they say big flyer on the side. And the red one is Gavin's, and then the pink one will be Amelia's, and Amelia's has a little flag on it. But if you watch the vlogs, you'll have already seen these in the vlog. And the reason that we decided to give them to them for Thanksgiving, not for Christmas, because some people be like, that should have been a big Christmas gift. Well, it's because we had already spent so much on Christmas, and we thought, we've had some warmer days and they've been playing outside, and so we're thinking they can actually use these. They can actually be out back and ride these and have a good time on them right now, whereas if we wait until Christmas, then it will probably be too cold. So we're hoping that they will get some play out of those before winter settles in. So this is the only other game that I have made for Gavin and Amelia. All that I did was I found some pictures that I knew they would know what they were, like Minecraft, Doc McStuffins, Batman, The Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, Corpse Bride, Lion King, Annie, and I think there's just 2 pages. So then we have LOL dolls, Nightmare Before Christmas, Sesame Street, The Little Mermaid, Iron Man, and I'm gonna accept Pokemon. I know that's like Eevee and Pikachu, but if they say Pokemon, that's fine. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 14 pictures, and I didn't want to get any more than that. And what they will do is they're going to Gavin can team up with like Andrew, and Amelia can team up with Christina. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them look at this for like 1 minute and study the pictures, and then try to name as many as they can name. So if Gavin's working with Andrew, he can tell Andrew in his ear, oh, I saw Minecraft. But so it's a memory game. They're going to try to name as many of these as they can. It will be a short game. I don't know how well they'll do. I know Gavin has a great memory. I think Amelia has a good memory too. So it's just a little game that they can play to see who can name the most things, who can remember the most things. So I made 3 copies of that. And then one that I made, I called it Food in Movies. And that is exactly what it is. It's like the main food, or the food that is important, that I found important in certain movies. So like this one says Garfield's favorite food. Well, most people would know Garfield's favorite food is lasagna. So the answer to that one's going to be lasagna. But how many pages? So this one, I left spaces because I wanted there to be plenty of room for people to write. But this one goes on for 2.5 pages. So, but that's good because you don't want all the games to be over with quickly. And some of the questions are harder than others. You know, like what food do Lady and the Tramp share? Well, for me, that's easy because I've seen Lady and the Tramp. But if someone else hasn't seen Lady and the Tramp, they might not know that. And some of these movies, you know, you may not have seen before. So this is just one of the ones. This will be, I'll have a copy to it on my blog, and I'll make sure that I put a key so that you will have a key for yourself. This one is called Board Games, and this, and Kevin hasn't seen the food and movies or the board games. So these are the games that he will actually get to play because he did not see these. How many characters are there in the game of Clue, and how many can you name? And I'm talking about like Colonel Mustard and Miss Scarlet and all those. And I won't sit here and name them all, but that's who I'm talking about. How many points is the letter Q worth in Scrabble? So if your family plays board games, then I would think they would have a good idea about a lot of these. In the game of life, when you land on Lucky Day, how much money does the banker hand you in total? That's a hard question, but the purpose is to see who can get the most. And then I do have a bonus. And like I said, we are not giving out prizes. If you play this at your house, it is fun if you have prizes. Like, we've also had like a popcorn tin. You can usually get a popcorn tin at Walmart for like $5 that has the 3 different kinds of popcorn in it. That makes a good gift. Any kind of food, I think, makes a good gift. Okay, this is the one with the pictures that I said I do not own any of these pictures. I literally went on the internet and I found the pictures. So what we're looking at here is living rooms that are in either movies or TV, and you have to tell me the name of the show. So you really need to play with a group of people that watches some TV. There's always going to be that one person that doesn't watch a lot of TV, and they just have to do their best. You can't penalize everybody because somebody doesn't watch TV. So in order to play, you just have to play. So Kevin printed these out for me, and he printed them out on the front and back. But there are some older TV shows, but there are also some newer TV shows. And, you know, you don't necessarily have to use my ideas either. You can go on the internet and you can find some that you really like, that you feel like your family, you know, your family might not watch the same shows that my family watches, and they might not be familiar with these, but then you might find some that they're better suited to your family. So that is that game. And there's the last page. And then I think I have one more in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's one more. And I had to make a copy for each person of that. Okay, here's the last one I did. And I could keep, honestly, I could make games all day long. I could do, especially when it involves pictures, I can do stuff like this all day long. The only downfall is you're using a lot of ink. These are Christmas movie houses. So you need, what they'll do here is they will tell me the name of the Christmas movie. And these are all specific houses to those movies. And it just depends on how many of these you've seen, how easy it's going to be. Some of them are going to be harder than others. This one is extremely dark, but that's the best picture I could find, and it was the only picture for that movie. And I will just go ahead and tell you that one's Polar Express. That was it. But some of these you may have seen before. Some of them you may be like, I have no idea what those Christmas movies are at all. So it's, but I will have these on my blog. Like I said, I'll have a key. So if you're curious about something you saw here, you might want to go over to the blog and get the answer to your questions. But so those are some of the games we're going to play. But then we're also going to be playing like bingo. We'll probably play bingo. We might play categories or something like that. We have all kinds of games that we could play. It's just a matter of how many do we want to play or what do we want to get into, because we all like to play games. But these are be the ones that are made up. I think Andrew and Christina might be bringing over a couple as well. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. And if you've never played games with your family on Thanksgiving, it's really fun. It really is. And you know, you eat the food, you've watched the parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and you've eaten the food, and then you make all these desserts, and there's all this time that goes by between the dinner, and then you have to have enough time to digest some of that before it's time for the dessert. So this gives you something to do. This is something fun for everyone. And of course, there's always more games for preschoolers. You could do like a pin the carrot on the snowman, and you know, there's just all kinds of games that you can come up with for preschoolers. But I figure Gavin and Amelia, between the two things I have for them, and then they'll actually have those toys from Past the Present that they can play with, and they can watch TV and play with their other toys that they have here. And so I figure that will keep them busy. So hope you enjoyed getting to see these games that I've come up with, and hopefully you think they look like fun. And if you and your family play games together, I would love to hear what games you all play. So I just gave Ashley the book The Crayons Christmas by Drew DeWalt.
These books. So there's The Day the Crayons Quit, which is like my kids' favorite book. My students. I shouldn't say my kids because some people don't know me. And then they also have The Day the Crayons Came Home. There's The Crayons Book of Numbers, and maybe even The Crayons Book of Colors. And I love them.
So there's a whole section in here that I didn't open. And yes, this is like the Postman's Christmas book that someone sent me from the United Kingdom. There are things to do, activities, and yes.
I'm never taking this to school.
The kids are never allowed to touch this. So I wanted to show what you got.
You can get it dressed. It's like a little paper doll.
Oh, it is. It is. You can dress your crayon.
He called it Peachy.
Look, it has a little Christmas sweater. That's so cute. That's very cute.
I want to be really careful with it because I don't want to do it yet.
So I didn't know if there were other things to do. Is that? Oh, that's something too. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness, look how hilarious he is.
Oh no, I've lost my bulb.
Look at his little
alien.
His little stocking. That's so cute.
It says free at last. I was in there a whole year. I guess the box.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many of those pages there are.
Or something.
Okay, so there's little notes. Yeah, this is just like the Postman book that I have from the UK. And we're not used to having books like this over here. And so I'm glad there's a menorah.
Happy Hanukkah.
What is that?
It's a dreidel.
You can make it. Yes, you can make
you out of clay.
Yes. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made you out of clay. And when you're dry and ready, then dreidel will I play. Or I will play.
Be careful, you'll get copyright. Oh Lord, there's a bite out of it. Chunky toddler crayon. Ain't that the truth?
Oh, what's this?
The Great Holiday Race you get from start to finish. You roll a 6-sided dice and move a counter that number of spaces, blah, 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 blah. It's a game.
It's a game. That is so cool.
Packed away with the ornaments, lose 2 turns. That's so cute. I want to play it.
Looks like there's one more. Yep.
I bet it's gonna be a poster. Oh no, I don't want to rip it.
You won't rip it.
That
Our
is
World
the cutest thing I've ever
Tour. That's hilarious. You're right, though. You're not going to want to take that to school.
No, my children aren't touching this. No, this is for me.
Yeah, that's... Oh, look! How cool! Merry Christmas, Duncan. So is there a little boy in there named Duncan?
So Duncan, in the first book, I think the first one is The Day the Crayons Quit.
Right.
And in the first book, they're all writing letters to him about why they quit. And so, like, I think it was Peach Crayon, where he ripped off the peel, and it was like, I'm naked and I can't even leave the box anymore, blah, blah, blah.
Duncan,
and
yeah.
so that's the main, like, the person character.
Right.
Is Duncan.
So you like this?
I love that, and I appreciate it so much.
We just put our turkey in the oven a while ago, but Kevin has made the cornbread, and he made some rolls. These were ones that were left over, and he's never...
Beautiful.
We always spread them out like on a cookie sheet, and this time these were extra. So he put them all gathered in this round pan just to see how they would cook, you know. Because like when you cook, when you bake Sister Schubert's, they're in a pan like this.
They look perfect.
And yeah, it looks really, really good. And this is what I have been looking for, this and broccoli casserole. So I can't wait to get a bite. So Kevin has made the cornbread, and this is only half the cornbread. So we have half cornbread in this container and then half cornbread in another container because starting last year, Andrew and Ashley had their own cornbread, which was literally turkey juice and cornbread and butter. And that was it. Salt and pepper and nothing else. But Kevin and I still like it with onion and celery and sage. And so we're making like a brownie pan size of ours and a brownie pan size of theirs. And Kevin has gotten the food processor out because he has been chopping. He did the carrots and the radishes. And I'll divide this probably between... once I mix all the salad stuff together, I'll be able to divide it into 2 separate bowls. And so it'll make 2 huge salads. So I will only add mayonnaise to 1 and get it out during the Thanksgiving dinner. And then I'll save the other one for the next few days to eat. But somebody, they were just joking on your lunchtime review channel, but he said, are you going to critique your Thanksgiving dinner? And I responded back and I said, no, Kevin makes the majority of the Thanksgiving dinner. He makes it and it's always delicious. So you make a lot of it and it's always very, very good. I mean, I cleaned the turkey out, but Kevin's the one that wrapped it up and put it in the oven. Kevin's made the cornbread. Kevin's made the rolls. Kevin is cutting up the vegetables, and we'll probably cut up the majority of the fruit tomorrow for the fruit salad because you have to wait before. Either
that or actually, it depends on what.
Yeah. You have to wait to cut that stuff up because like the bananas, they'll and the apples, they'll get brown and stuff. So, is this for salad or is this for dressing? Either one.
Chop it all up and you can use whatever you want to.
Somebody said that it's funny how in some areas they call it dressing, in some areas they call it stuffing. We call it
stuffing if it's stuffed in the turkey.
Right, we don't stuff it in our turkey, so we don't call it stuffing. It's just dressing. It goes on the side, so it's dressing. So we're getting our Thanksgiving dinner together. We're laying things out, and we've got the broccoli almost cooked. But we're going to, we forgot before we preheated this oven that we wanted to clean this mat off. This is the mat that we keep in.
Best thing we ever bought at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yes, literally the best thing we've ever bought there. And we've cooked several
many pizzas.
And so now Kevin's going to take a paper towel and wipe this off, but it's hot. But some of you really enjoyed watching this last time I cleaned it off. You enjoyed getting to see it being cleaned off, but we figured we would...
Can we rake it on the counter?
Yeah, I do it on the counter and then I rake it off the counter. Well, you're really not supposed to sit anything on top of this.
No, you can. It's just dirty.
I don't think you're supposed to, are you?
Yeah, you can.
You can? Yeah. I thought that was like a no-no, but we do it anyway. On Thanksgiving, we need that bottom shelf, so we always sit stuff on this. Well, it's so crusty that you can't possibly sit anything on there. So... So we had to clean this off so that we could sit pans on top of it. Yeah, but it comes off. You see how easy that comes off? It was like $20, and it's in my Amazon like whatever that. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. If it's an influencer list or whatever. But I've put it linked to it before many times because
this is one of the best things.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
We've even given them as gifts.
So all this was on. Yeah, we've given Andrew and Christina one. All this was on there. But look at the bottom of our stove. It's completely clean. So if that had not been there, oh, you can go ahead and put it back. If that had not been there, all that stuff would have been in the bottom of the oven. So you put it on that bottom shelf. And so you can see we have our turkey and our country ham and they're just heating because it takes it a little while to heat that meat up. And look at all the crumbs. There's one back here too. All that is probably screaming Sicilian.
Most of it. There's some sticky was on there too though. Some
Bessie's Revenge. So for Thanksgiving dinner, we're having country ham and turkey, and there's some juice to put over the top. I have a tossed salad and a fruit salad. I have baked macaroni and cheese. I have a dressing. This is regular dressing for Andrew and Ashley because they're picky. And this is for me and Kevin. It has celery and onion. And then this is the broccoli casserole. And then we have mashed potatoes. And then over here on the side, we have rolls. And then in the crock pot is sausage balls. And so those are just to snack on all day long. So I don't think I've ever shown this in a vlog before. This is after we've eaten. This is after everyone has come back and gotten plate after plate after plate, and there is still this much food. So, and there is twice as much ham and turkey is what you're seeing here because it's over there in a pan because Kevin doesn't get it all out. He just puts enough on this plate for us to get some out for dinner, but he leaves the rest of it over there. So we have a ton of food left. So we'll eat turkey tonight, we'll eat turkey tomorrow. Sometimes we make turkey hash, which is it has celery and turkey juice and onion. It's a soup with potatoes. It's really, really good. Easy to make. But salad, I've got twice as much of this in the refrigerator. Fruit salad. I mean, but you can see this is Andrew and Ashley's, and this is mine and Kevin's. I'm telling you, my favorite part. Love it, love it, love it. And we all love the broccoli. It was delicious, but I mean, we have a lot of food. A lot of food left, and these are the mashed potatoes. Kevin never put them in a different bowl because he used the KitchenAid, and so he just left it in there. So, well, we had our Thanksgiving dinner here, although you can't tell it. I'm not even going to bother washing the tablecloth between now and Christmas dinner because nothing got spilled on this tablecloth, so I'm not worried about it. But I forgot to show you how it looked when I set it. It looked the same as what it always looks like, though. Andrew and Christina and the kids and Ashley were here, and I showed you the food that we ate, and then after we ate, trying to think, we played Pass the Present with the kids, and so the kids got their presents, and then we gave them their advent calendars to open, so they opened those. And Gavin, you know, they're young and they've never had an advent calendar before. So Gavin wanted to open it all right then. And he didn't understand that he can't even see the first one in the advent calendar until Sunday. So that was very frustrating for him. And we had to, you know, tell him several times, and he just doesn't understand. You know, he's just a little guy. And so we gave them, right after that, we gave them their big wheels, and they were thrilled to death with their big wheels. They rode them around the house a little bit, but really the floors in here, we have wood floors, and so they'll be able to rip and run out on the concrete. It was not warm enough today. It was only like, I think like 43 degrees. So it would have been way too cold for them to go outside today. Now, had it been yesterday was perfect. Yesterday, it was like sunny. Kevin and I went for a walk yesterday. That's how warm it was. And it wasn't that it was terribly warm. It was just that it was warm, much warmer than what it had been. So it made it seem like it was warm. It was only probably between like 56, 57 degrees. But that is so much warmer than it has been that it made it almost like summer out there, you know, because it's not what we're used to. So we actually went for a walk yesterday. It was sunny, it was gorgeous. And the whole time I was thinking, if this was just Thanksgiving Day, then the kids could have ridden their big wheels outside. But it's okay, because tomorrow, I think it's supposed to be a little bit warmer maybe, and they'll get to ride them tomorrow. Ashley, gave them a ride home. That's where she is now. She gave the big wheels a ride home. So they have a smaller compact car, and Ashley has an SUV, so she put their big wheels in the back of her car, and she's gone to take them to their house. But after they got their big wheels, we played games. Andrew won, like, I think I had made like 4 adult games, and I think Andrew won 3 of the 4. And then Kevin won 1, which I was really glad that I had made 2 up that Kevin had not seen, since he did such a good job with one of them. I think he won the one about food in movies. That's the one I'm thinking he won. But everybody said that they enjoyed the games this year. And then we played bingo. And Gavin had never played bingo before, and he caught right on. I mean, he's really, really good at math. He likes math. It's his thing. And so for him, looking at that, that bingo card and then looking down for the numbers, he was looking at 2 cards at a time. And he's young. You know, he's 6 years old. I think that's young to catch on to bingo like that. But I mean, he did, and he did a really good job. But he won bingo, I think, twice. And Amelia wasn't that interested. Amelia was just trying to cover up her card, you know, cover up the numbers with the little pieces, but which is fine. So we played bingo, and then we played loaded questions, and we all enjoyed loaded questions. And then we played like a newlywed game, to where Christina and I went in the other room, and Ashley asked Kevin and Andrew like 10 questions, and then Christina and I came back in the room, and we had to try to match their answers to see who would win. And then vice versa, they left the room, we answered the questions. I think Kevin and I only won by 1 point. So it wasn't like we did a terrific job or anything. After all these years, we still only won by 1. But that was really fun. And then, of course, everyone wanted dessert and everything. And I did not, believe it or not, I didn't even get any dessert. I still feel kind of full from lunch. I swear the cat is on the table. Look at that. The cat's on the table. He never gets on the table. But you know what? He knows that I'm filming. He sees me, And so he's decided that he wants to be on the camera. Chapel, you're not supposed to be on the table, buddy. Get down. Get down. But after that, we just, I took Andrew upstairs and I showed him where we got the new furnace upstairs because he hadn't been up there to see it yet, and he thought that was cool. And then we just talked. We just sat and talked, and the kids played and stuff like that. So we had a really, really good day. I did not film any of it, frankly. I just didn't. We were busy, and I didn't even pick up my phone. I left my phone sitting on the counter in the kitchen, and I still haven't looked at my phone. It's probably like 8:30 at night, and I still have not picked up my phone. So I haven't had it been plugged in all day, and truly I wouldn't have it any other way. I would rather be that way. So that way, you know, I'm spending time with the people that are here, and I'm respecting them. I feel like it would be disrespectful to be on my phone the whole time that we had family here. So I want to spend time with them because they mean the most to me. So anyway, I'm gonna get the cat off the table because he's decided he's just gonna lay here. Yeah, that he can do that since I'm filming. I'll probably check back with you sometime tomorrow because we already have the tree up and all the decorations, as you can see. We don't have to worry about that like in years past. It was definitely a tradition for many, 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 many years to put the tree up the day after Thanksgiving. But this year it's so late that there's no way I would have been content to just have my tree up from that short time between the 29th and the 25th, you know, and then take it back down on the 26th, because I don't leave my tree up until New Year's like some people do. My tree comes down usually the 26th or 27th, so I wanted to have time to enjoy it. So since we've already got that done, Kevin and I, maybe we'll watch our first Christmas movie or something like that tomorrow. That sounds like a plan. Now it's just a matter of, okay, what's going to be the first Christmas movie of the season? And it's not like some people have a tradition, like they watch a certain movie first every year, and like that signifies Christmas. We aren't like that. We have like a certain batch of Christmas movies that we watch every year. So it's just like, what are you in the mood to watch tonight? It doesn't matter. It's all Christmas. So anyway, that's probably what we will do tomorrow. So I hope if you all celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a wonderful day with your family or friends or your loved ones. And if you didn't, then I just hope you had a really good Thursday. We have some boxes to open for you, and I have a card. I'm gonna let Kevin start on that box. This is from Sharon, and she sent me a Christmas card. Happy holidays to you and those dear to you, love, Sharon. Thank you very, very much. This is, yes. So Malcolm sent me a card. It's one of those, would you say it's a 3D card? One of those that you sit on the mantle?
Yeah.
And I set it on the mantle, but then in the hallway I hang my flat card. So this will be my second one that I'll hang in the hall, because Sarah and Susan sent me one, and so this will be my second one. So thank you. And here's another card. This one might be a Christmas card too. Look how cute!
That is cute.
That's adorable.
Little 3D train.
That, I'm gonna show this. This is so adorable.
It's 3D. It kind of pops out.
Tammy, I'm so happy I was able to find the summer sausage for you. Love your YouTube channel. I try to watch as much as I can with a newborn. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving and Christmas, Felicia. Hope a very happy holiday is headed your way. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Yes, that's it.
That's it.
This, we talked about this last week. Well, at the very beginning of this week, I told you, they said Hillshire Farm, for some reason, they said they weren't selling it in our area. So, and I think when we went in Sam's Club, they have Hillshire Farm, but theirs has a blue label and it says beef summer sausage. this is the one we buy. So thank you, Felicia. I have to show you this card. This is a Hallmark signature card. And look at how it sticks out. Isn't that cool? That is adorable. I absolutely love that. Thank you very much. I will enjoy this. I like to put it in the refrigerator.
Get it cold.
And let it get cold.
She even has cheese and crackers.
I do. I am prepared, yes. Because, well,
I've been eating all the other kind.
Yeah, Kevin, we bought some other kinds. And so, yeah, Kevin's been eating on those. But honestly, nothing compares, for me, nothing compares to the Hillshire Farm.
It is the best.
So I appreciate it. Okay, what is this?
That's all it says.
Happy Holidays, Techno Squid. This is from Josh.
And you will like this. This is a gift for Tammy, 1000%.
Okay. Oh my gosh! How cool!
That is cool.
Oh,
it's like a Jelly of the Month club, but it's a Jelly of the Day club.
Josh got me the Jelly of the Month club.
Jelly of the Day.
The Jelly of the Day club. Yes. This is so cool.
So it's an advent calendar. You open a jelly every day.
That is so cool. Now I'm going to be like Gavin and want to open it all right now. Yes. That's cool. So cool. I wonder, okay, so it tells you get 24 mini spreads and honey. So
There's a lot of them.
Yes, yes, there are a lot. So what I will do is I will open this every day on camera. We'll do it because Ashley had an advent calendar last year. I think she had Tsum Tsums, but then we had gotten her like
a beauty one?
We got her a Target beauty one, but I think we got her an Ulta one as well.
Yeah.
Because she was saying that one she really liked a lot better than another one. And so after Christmas, we came out with a video showing everything she got every day. So you can look at it on the channel if you're interested. That's what I'm going to do with this.
That's neat.
Every single day starting December 1st, I am going to open this. And this is going to be so cool. Thank you so much. I absolutely love this. I appreciate it very much. And I'm going to end the vlog here for the week, but I wanted to say a very special happy birthday to Adam. His birthday is today. He lives in Dublin, Ireland, and today is his birthday. So I know it's going to be Monday before you see this, but I hope you have a very, very happy birthday. And thank you all so much, Felicia and Sharon for the card, and Josh. Thank you very much.